Oh my god, Eliza, nice to see you. How have you been?
Great, Allison. How are you?
I'm awesome. What's new?
Actually, I've been considering opening a small business.
Oh, really? No way. What kind?
I don't know. I think I'm really leaning towards a cafe. There's just so much I don't know about the business, though. I know. I really need some advice.
Well, alright. I do have a friend, actually. She opened a cafe a while back. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, no way. There she is. Tess.
Hey!
This is my friend Eliza. She's actually thinking of opening her own cafe.
No way! That's great! Hey, Tess. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, too. I'm glad you ran into me today. Opening a cafe is a lot of work, and there's a lot to think about. It can take a lot of money. I've had friends who have spent $50,000 on it, and I've had friends who have spent up to $250,000 opening their own cafe.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Seriously. And there's a lot to think about financially before you make this big investment. But I'll definitely help you out.
I'm so happy I ran into you, too. Thanks for helping.
Of course. So what would you like to know?
Well, I'm at the very beginning stages, so I'd just like to know it all.
Alright, well here's some first things you'd like to consider. Well, first off, you have to pick where you want to be. And then you have to think about the economy in that area, or what other cafes are in the area already. And if there are a lot of cafes, you need to look at what they sell, what their prices are, and you have to think about what you're going to do to stand out from the other cafes. If there's one for sale, it's a good idea to purchase an existing cafe in the area that you'd like to be in, because this can really cut down on your total costs. Also, it's important to remember where you are will impact your rent and the prices you're going to have to charge your customers.
Ooh, I was thinking about a city. Or maybe by the water.
Oof, those are going to be expensive. You also have to think about your customers, because different people are going to be looking for different atmospheres and are going to be willing to pay different prices. Are you targeting a wealthy crowd? You know how those hip college kids love their coffee. Or maybe you're just going for something completely different.
Wow, that's a lot I hadn't thought about. What is all this gonna cost?
What is all this going to cost? That's a great question. Here's a couple of the costs you're going to have to think about. Your inventory. You need to think about what you need to order and how much you need to order of everything, and how much it's going to cost you overall. I'll give you a tip though. Find one wholesale supplier with the lowest unit cost on all of your items.
Ooh, that's a good tip.
You also have to think about how much it's going to cost to get your business insured, just in case there's any damages down the road you didn't think about. It also costs a lot of money just to get your business licenses. You also need to consider your employees. How many are you going to need, and how much are each of them going to need to be paid? Don't forget about your utilities. That's going to cost you every month.
Oh, you're right.
And of course, your monthly rent.
Which I just learned varies on your location.
That's right! You're also going to want to advertise for your business. You're new and you need to get the word out. So think about the cost of the paper, the ink, maybe if you want to get a billboard. And these costs aren't going to stop anytime soon. You have to remember, you have to keep up with everything. You need to maintain your cafe. The floors aren't going to mop themselves, and if you don't keep up with it, it's just going to cost you more down the line. And once you've calculated all of these costs, you need to think about how you're going to finance it all. You know who actually helped me a lot when I was opening my first cafe? Is Allison. She's really great with finances.
Yes, you are right, Tess. I did help you with that. So some ways to help finance your cafe is, first you want to think about your personal savings. So what do you have in your bank account that you could use to help start up your cafe? And if there's a remaining amount that you don't have, you can always go looking into a bank loan, but you want to look for ones that have a low interest rate. And if not, there's always the option for an SBA loan, which is a U.S. Small Business Administration, which is an option, if not a bank loan, that are open to any small businesses. Also, if you have to, then you can use your credit card, but if you don't pay on time, then there's things that cost you, like fines and interest buildup. And lastly, if you tap into your 401k, taking out of that can be costly because if you take out too early, then the interest builds by a certain age.
Wow, guys, that was a lot of useful information. I can't wait to start my own business. This cafe is going to be great. But for now, do you guys just want to grab a cup of coffee?
Yeah, absolutely.
But now, since you know how much it's going to cost, it's on me.